As the old saying goes, when the moon is full, it begins to wane. When glory reaches its peak, decline soon follows. After King Solomon's death, the peace and prosperity of the Israelites vanished with the passing of the golden age of kings. We've mentioned before how David once fled north to the land of the Philistines, escaping King Saul's persecution. That incident left a stain upon David's legitimacy, one his descendants would later exploit to challenge his royal line. Yet, during the reigns of David and Solomon, no one dared to rebel, but in 930 B.C., Solomon died. His son Rehoboam ascended the throne. The people hoped that their new king would ease the heavy taxes Solomon had imposed. Instead, Rehoboam's arrogance shocked them. He declared, "My father chastised you with whips, but I will punish you with scorpions." His cruelty tore the kingdom apart. The 12 tribes of Israel, descendants of Jacob's 12 sons, split in two. 10 tribes in the north formed the kingdom of Israel, with Samaria as its capital. The 2 southern tribes, loyal to David's house, became the kingdom of Judah, with Jerusalem remaining their holy city. This division shattered the strength built during the Age of Kings, and soon the once mighty Jerusalem, a city of gold and divine legend, became the target of foreign greed. Just 9 years after Solomon's death, Pharaoh Shishak of Egypt invaded Jerusalem. Rehoboam, powerless to resist, paid him off with vast treasures of gold, buying peace at the price of humiliation. This event was recorded in the Bible and later confirmed by archaeology, the first biblical story ever proven true. 2 centuries passed. Then, in 722 B.C., a new power rose in the east, the Assyrian Empire. Like the Israelites, the Assyrians were Semitic, but they were fierce, warlike, and obsessed with conquest. They forged iron weapons, built mighty chariots, and trained a standing army of over 100,000 men, an unstoppable war machine. Their soldiers wore scale armor and plaited beards, their helmets adorned with feathers, their discipline unmatched. Soon, Assyria swept through the region, crushing every kingdom in its path. The northern kingdom of Israel fell, its king captured, its people exiled and enslaved. To erase their identity, the Assyrians resettled foreign peoples in their land, and thus 10 tribes of Israel vanished from history, forever known as the Lost Tribes. Only the southern kingdom of Judah remained, its fate now hung by a thread. Judah's king, Hezekiah, was a devout man, faithful to God. When he saw the north destroyed, he knew his kingdom was next. He strengthened Jerusalem's walls, built watchtowers, and secretly dug a tunnel to bring water into the city in case of siege. Then came news the Assyrian king Sargon had died in battle. Hezekiah saw an opportunity and allied with Babylon to resist Assyria. But the new Assyrian ruler, Sennacherib, was even more ambitious. A conqueror who called himself king of the world, Sennacherib marched west, burning cities, slaughtering thousands. He surrounded Jerusalem and poisoned the city's wells, cutting off its lifeline. Despair filled the walls of Zion. Hezekiah prayed to God for deliverance, and that night, as the Bible records, an angel of the Lord descended upon the Assyrian camp and slew 185,000 soldiers. When morning came, the ground was covered in corpses. The Assyrians fled, Their own records, however, tell a different story that Hezekiah bought peace with a massive ransom, 300 talents of silver and 30 talents of gold, nearly 1 ton of pure gold by modern measure. But whether by miracle or by gold, Jerusalem survived for now. After Hezekiah's death, his son Manasseh took the throne. Unlike his father, Manasseh abandoned the faith of Israel. He became a vassal of Assyria, married an Arabian princess, and turned to the worship of Baal. Under his rule, horrors descended upon Jerusalem. He built altars to foreign gods and revived the cult of child sacrifice. Infants were burned alive in the valley of Hinnom, their screams drowned by the beating of drums, so their parents would not hear. That valley, Gehenna, would later become the very word for hell. Centuries later, in that same cursed valley, Judas Iscariot, the man who betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver, would buy a field and meet his own dreadful end. If the Temple Mount was heaven, then Gehenna was Jerusalem's hell. Years passed, and under King Josiah, Manasseh's grandson Judah found hope once more. Assyria had fallen to Babylon and Media, and peace returned to the land. Josiah cleansed Jerusalem of idols, rebuilt the temple, and restored faith in the one true God. He gathered the sacred writings of Israel's history and law, compiling them into what would become the earliest form of the Bible. But his reign ended in tragedy. Josiah fell in battle against Pharaoh Necho of Egypt. Jerusalem was plundered once again, its treasures stolen, and a puppet king installed. Little did they know, a new empire was rising in the east, the Neo-Babylonian Empire, under the rule of a man whose name would echo through all of history, Nebuchadnezzar.